We're going to look at the 4 types of graphs that you need to familiarize yourself with. So we start off here with the bar graph. So in a bar graph, the main thing you want to know is that you're comparing different groups, right? Somehow people are being divided into certain groups. So in my example here, we have different ethnicities, so Spanish, Asian, African American, white, and then on the bottom going across it says number of people, right? And so then somehow that's what you would be comparing. So in business terms, well, a lot of times you would see as far as comparing these different groups and the numbers would be ages, right? So maybe like the first group that you're testing out for a product is millennials. You know, maybe the second group is Generation X, right? And then middle age and retired people, right? Those would be different ages. That's something that you would see with the bar graph, but knowing just what a bar graph looks like, and the same is true for all of these, isn't really what you want to know. I mean, you do need to know that, but the question is going to be like which type of graph compares different groups. Bar graph. Okay. Second one is a line graph, right? So you can see on this one that right here we have units, right? 10, 20, and 30, and then it says down below here like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and then you're seeing how many units were purchased over the course of these 4 days. So this is kind of a simplistic example. What you could easily see in business terms would be, rather than day 1, day 2, companies might look at that, but they'd be much more interested, you know, in like quarterly results, right? Because that's a lot of times, if it's a public company, that's what they're gonna have to report. So it'd be like quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. So a quarter refers to a quarter of the year, so for 3 months. And that's the information they would have to report and see how they're doing. All right, that's what you'd see for a line graph. Again, line graph, compare over time. Bar graph, comparing different groups. Okay, we got 2 more. Pie chart, probably the one that people are the most familiar with, right? So it's a circle and then kind of like divides up like a pie, which is why it's called a pie chart. So in our example here, we were looking at if it was just your budget for the month, right? And we have rent taking up quite a bit of space, bills, food, shopping, fun. That's how this pie chart is divided up. And then you're just looking at the different parts, right? So in a business, for their budget, you know, they might be looking at the different aspects of people that they have to pay that make up their budget, okay? And the final one is a histogram, right? And then when you're looking at a histogram, you're measuring frequency or percentage, right? And so you can see over here, what you're looking at is, you know, like it's a class of people, and you're looking at what the weight is of the different people in the class, right? So the frequency, like how many of people weigh a certain weight. We have 100, 200, and 300 pounds here on the bottom. And then over here to the left, the frequency, like 5, 10, 15, 20. Right, so you would see that, you know, you have 10 people who weigh 100 pounds, 20 people who weigh 200, 5 people who weigh 300, and then that's what a histogram would look like. And the key point again is that it measures a frequency or percentage.